Good day. This is the first time I've ever uploaded anything onto YouTube, but I'm hoping that it will help anyone who's got a similar problem to myself to get around the issue. What I'm referring to is the click of dead. You go to start your motorcycle, you press your ignition switch, and all you get is that strong click from the starter solenoid area. I must admit, do a lot of research on YouTube regarding booster chargers, solenoids, you name it. I looked at it. But they do say sometimes that a little bit of knowledge can be dangerous. So if I do mess up, it's my fault, and you've got my permission to mock me. A little bit of history about this bike. She's 26 years old, just over. I bought it brand new in 1994. It's a Heritage Softail Classic, an FLSTC, and believe it or not, it's got less than 15,000 miles on the clock, just under. So having the bike, I probably clocked up most of the mileage. But then after a career change and problems with my hip, I had to put her into mothballs. 2 years ago, I decided to get the bike looked at, so I got a dealership to come and collect it because the battery was totally flat. It wasn't even going to jump. So they collected it, they put on a new carburetor, put on a new battery, it was serviced, and it had an MOT. So that was 2 years ago. Then, just after that, I had a total hip replacement, so that prevented me from riding the bike. So 2 years now passed, it's now 2020. I've had my hip replacement, I'm strong enough now so that I can ride the bike, and I decided that I'd get it MOT'd and get it looked at, make sure everything was fine. So I got it out this summer, tried to charge the battery. It seemed to be showing a full charge, wouldn't start, got that click of dread, and ended up using my booster cable to start the bike. I took it to the dealership where they adjusted the carburetor, they said the battery was good, and they MOT'd it for me as well. What they did say to me was that you might need a new solenoid. That could override the starting issues that you've got. So I said, yeah, order one in. I said, how long will it take? They said it could be 2 weeks, it could be 6 months. Everything's slow at the moment because of COVID. So nearly 2 months has passed and I've still not got my new solenoid to put on my bike, or for them to put on the bike. So back to YouTube. There's a thing out there called a solenoid cover starter button, which overrides the solenoid. So I thought, yep, I'll give that a go, because if it is a solenoid and I can override it, then brilliant, you know. So I've ordered one, and I'm waiting for it to be delivered. It should be here very, very soon. So what I'll do is I'll post another video of me fitting that and seeing if that sorts out the problem. But before we go any further, what I'm going to do is just talk about the other things that I've done in the meantime. So we'll go over to the bike and I'll show you that genuine mileage. It is genuine, I promise you. So there you go. 14,826 miles. Bad. That's terrible, isn't it? So, starting a bike with a jumper cable is a nightmare. You've got to take off your seat. And what I've done is I researched some of the jumpers out there, and there's one in particular which I purchased, and it's called the Loco Boost. This is the GB50, and all the reviews seem to be good. So I thought, well, if I get one of these, I can then use that. I can carry it around. It saves carrying this huge thing around with me, and then I can hopefully start the bike. Then we have to remove the seat, as you know. I've already unbolted it, so it'll come off no problem. So I thought, if I buy a little extension lead to connect to my battery, that's this lead here, to the positive and negative terminals, and I can then charge the battery, or should I say do a jump using this lead, so I don't have to take off the seat. And as you can see, it's an 18-inch lead. It goes from the terminals, and I've got it connected down there with a plastic cuff just down here. So that prevents me having to take off the seat. I bought it from this company here, XL Motto UK, and this was the lead. So it's the GBC C007, and it's 18 inches long. What I would have liked it to have been a little bit longer so that I could have fed it through into my toolbox so it was totally out of sight, but the fact that it's got this nice little cover on it, it'll keep it sort of weather tight. So I got my booster, my GB50, I've got my lead, so let's see if that is going to be good enough. I'll just pause a second. Okay, so ignition's on. I've already shown you the mileage. So, chokes out. Here we go. All coming from down there. So my theory was, if it starts with my jumper, then maybe my GB70 will work as well. So I'll just pause this while I connect her up. Okay, so my Noco boost is now connected. Let's just turn it on. I'll get a series of clicks. So no warning lights. I think we're okay. So what's going to happen? So still got that click of dread. Let's turn this off. I'm going to pause again, and I'm going to connect up my mains jumper. Okay, I've connected up my jumper. I've set it on boost. Terminals on. There you go. So she starts. So obviously the starter is okay. So I'll just pause again while I disconnect all this. That's good. And that's what happened before. Couldn't start, got the clicker dread, but the old booster charger cable worked lovely. So, put a new solenoid on, might do the trick, but the starter button that I've seen advertised on YouTube could be a good way of overriding it. So as I said, I've ordered one. I ordered from a company in the UK called Cycle Haven Online. Cycle Haven Online. The beauty about it is they've got them in stock. A lot of places, because I presume that they originate from China, you know, they could take anything from 4 to 6 weeks to arrive. So I'm going to be getting one. As I said, I contacted them and they said that they dispatched it that day, so it should be here within the next day or two. So my next video, what I'm going to do is attach that starter button and see if I don't even have to bother getting a new solenoid. So this is my fault checking process so far. I've got no regrets on getting the Noco boost, because, you know, once this bike gets warmed up and that, you know, it might just be enough for me to get it going, you know, just by connecting it up. I've got that lead, so I'm quite happy. Just out of interest, the lead itself, it came from Poland. It's a genuine part, and I think it cost, with postage and packing, about £24-25 in total. I couldn't get one on Amazon. If I wanted one from the States, I could have got one, but that would have taken a bit longer to actually arrive. So I got it within about 4 or 5 days. So very, very pleased with xlmoto.co.uk. Got my boost from Amazon. I think it was, I can't remember, it was probably about 100 quid or something like that. So I'm just waiting for my cover button to arrive, and that with postage and packing came to about £23 from Cycle Haven online. So until my next video, if you do the usual like or subscribe or activate that button so that I can let you know, and then hopefully will get me putting on my button, and the bike will be good to go. But thanks for watching, and I hope it does help someone. So in summary, get the cover button, don't bother with all the other things that I bought, even though I've got no regrets, because we might be able to save myself a bit of money. Anyway, take care everybody, be safe.